2010 Nissan Micra. Unlock it. But the boot won't open. So I'll show you how to open it from the inside and then we'll find out what the problem is. Let's go inside, pull the seat forwards, and it's got one complete bench seat. That's one side out. Take the other side out, and we're in. Off, so in the boot. There it is. There we go, and she's open. Don't let that close again. Like it's about to. No! Screwdriver in front of it. There we go. And we're open. That can get you around for a little while if you need it. It's just this little white tab here goes to this side here when it's locked, and you just push it back over. So you can keep doing that for a while to get around in the meantime if you can't get it fixed straight away. So this is basically how it works. If you get that little white part there and then you push it over that way, it opens the lock. There you go. That's basically how it works. If you don't want it to shut on you, you can always close the lock here like that, and then it can't accidentally close again. Also an option. I'm just going to take off this plastic cover now so we can access everything at the back. All these little clips, they stay in the back, yeah, and then they go into their corresponding hole on the boot lid. What I want to do is just make sure it's a lot easier to fit that back on with these removed. So if you get any that want to stay behind, get one of these little trim clip tools and just pop them out. A little bit tough to do with one hand. There we go. Pop that out and then just pop it back in to there. Lovely. So the switch up here is one common failure point. There's the plug for it just there. The other common failure point is the loom right here, which looks like it's had a previous repair at some point. Just give that a wiggle. Okay, so might not have a problem here. We will see in a minute. So after wiggling that wiring up there, the lock has started to work. So we are almost certainly going to be chasing broken wire. So what we'll do is we'll get everything unplugged from here, pull the loom down so we can pull a lot of wiring out, and then we'll take it apart and find our brake. Wow. Yeah, look at that. And drop it. Same on the other side. And then we just push that through. Pull through this little, got to pull through that as well. Make sure to grab it from the rubber bit on the outside, squeeze it and pull it, don't pull it from the wire. And before we do anything else, let's lock the boot so we don't accidentally close ourselves out. That would be annoying. Okay. So I have also hooked up our lock and I have closed it. In the closed position, we are getting battery voltage on the 4th pin, and then when we hit the switch it should unlock and the battery voltage should go to 0. That's fine, that's normal. Okay, so I think this is normal. I just left it. Every time I leave it for a few minutes and then come back, it drops down to 4 volts, but it still works. So it'll unlock, voltage drops to 0, that's normal. And then if we close it again, the voltage should climb, so it completes the circuit inside here. So I've closed it, back to battery voltage, and then after a minute or so that'll drop down to 4 volts. But in the meantime, since we are going to repair this anyway, I am curious what happens when we just cut this wire. Do we lose voltage back here? So that broken wire does not affect the voltage that we're getting. We're still getting that 4 volts. Does this still work? It does. Right, okay. Good to know. Well, we'll repair that wire anyway while we're here, because it's going to do something. Got that wire crimped up. I've gone with the crimp instead of solder, because if it rubs, this is going to be harder wearing before it rubs through the outside of this. And then I've got some heat shrink as well to put over it, but always do a little pull test. Give it a good pull and make sure that it's not going to come undone, because that would be the worst. So this large cable which we fixed is for the rear, is for this, for the window defroster, and it is the power that goes to here. Since we fixed it, this is working like clockwork. Before it was intermittent, but now it's working every single time. That can happen. So sometimes you end up with like one short and it's all on the same electrical circuit or in the same loom, and then it creates problems for other components. Is actually very common. So that's that fixed now. I'm going to get this back together, put all of this back, and then double check that it works when everything's fitted back into position. So make sure that these are seated correctly. Make sure that like they're properly in there to keep the moisture out. And now we can reassemble this bit. So we want to get these tucked back into their little safe zones. That one there went in there. That one there went in there. And this one here went in there like that. Just get these located. Make sure when you get this grommet back in that it is seated properly. Don't rip it or anything. If you do, you'll have to replace it, otherwise this will let water inside the boot of your car. So be careful with that. And then the rest of it just pushes into those little holes there, and then we can put the nuts on from the other side. And the lock just bolts on, just them 2 bolts that I showed you earlier. 2 nuts on the back there, and then we'll plug it in and test it. So we've locked it, and now we're just going to test it a few times. Let's just wiggle the loom again and then see will it still unlock. that's that sorted. So the final test is just going to be actually latching it down on the car and just making sure that it still closes. But before I do that, I'm going to plug in the other components one by one. So I plug in the wiper motor, I'll test the lock a few times, just to make sure that there isn't another component that might be causing a strange electrical fault that's causing the lock to open or not open. So we'll just be systematic, a little bit random, but this old brake light bulb's about to burn out, so we will put in a new one. There we go, that's a lot better. So everything is now reassembled on this. I've tested the lock probably about 100 times, tested it 10 times for each component. I tested it loads of times in between and before and after. It's opening and closing properly. So I'm just going to try it now by shutting the boot and then seeing if it will lock and unlock. And then I'm going to do the same thing and also make sure the central locking's working. Let us test. Brilliant. That is that's fixed. Before it was just wasn't working at all, no matter what you did. So the fact that we've sorted out that wire, and I think as soon as the wire wasn't shorting against the body, the boot lock was working fine the whole time. Even after I cut the wire, the boot lock was still working fine. So once it was spliced back together properly and the loom put back in, obviously it's not touching the ground, so it's not rubbing against the bodywork anymore like it was before, and now the lock's working perfectly fine. So if you have a K12 Micra and your boot doesn't open, it might not be the switch, it might not be the lock, it could just be a little piece of wiring. So hope this helped. If you have any problems with yours different to mine, maybe leave a comment and help somebody out. Easy. Easy peasy.